As human beings growing up in a schooling academic kind of model, we are conditioned, or we have been conditioned, to answer questions. The teacher stays at the front of the room, the teacher asks a question, you raise your hand, you say the answer. We've been conditioned to do that. Have you ever heard someone say, wow, that's expensive, or I can't afford that? What did you say? What was your response? Did you immediately start apologizing for it? Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith. Yeah, it might be a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. I guess we can maybe knock off 10 or 20%. Did you take that angle? Or did you take, well, I'm sorry, we're the best in the area, so, take it or leave it? There's an interesting thing that I learned, that I heard somebody give a different response when someone asked them this question. And I wanted to share it with you. Wow, this is expensive. Person responded, well, thank you for sharing. What exactly is expensive about it? So let's just break down this for a second. First of all, they acknowledge the person. Always number one. Always want to acknowledge the person that asks a question or says something to that effect. Number two, they actually asked a question back. You see, as human beings growing up in a schooling academic kind of model, we are conditioned, or we have been conditioned, to answer questions. The teacher stays at the front of the room, the teacher asks a question, you raise your hand, you say the answer. We've been conditioned to do that. So when someone asks us a question, we are conditioned to answer. So we have to become unconditioned, that when someone asks a question, the key is to ask a question back, but not to be a pain in the butt or anything like that, but to ask a question to get more clarity. You see, I don't know what, wow, this expensive means. I don't know what, man, I can't afford this. I don't know what, why is this so expensive? See, I don't know what that means, because I don't know what perspective that person is coming with. I don't know what that person truly wants. So by responding with a question around more clarity of what they're asking, such as, what is it about our services that you can't afford? What it is about our services that are expensive? Another one I've heard, which I love this, wow, that's expensive. Compared to what? See, this forces the person to actually have to think about what specifically about what you're doing is expensive. Because the reality is they might just be saying that because it's an automatic response that they say. In other words, they have conditioned themselves over the years that if something is outside their realm of what they think it should be, even though there's no rationale or justification to it, their automatic response is, man, that's expensive. So maybe when you ask them this back, they might be, well, I don't know, maybe it's actually not expensive. Well, can you tell me a little bit more about it? And then you actually get to what their question really is. So the next time someone asks you, or perhaps your front desk, something like that, it's expensive, or wow, why is it so expensive? Or I can't afford that, or something like that, just respond calmly. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. What exactly is expensive about it? And see what they say, and see if we can get to what the real questions that they have that you can answer.